Right, we are here at JD's, and I'm talking to a young lady who, I'm told, had, I don't know if it was a confrontation or a question of Mitt Romney. What's your name?
My name is Diane.
Okay, Diane, tell me about your encounter with the former governor.
Okay, I'm a part of the Occupy movement. So we did an action this evening during Mitt Romney's speech. So when I was participating in the action, I had a sign up that had my message on it, and that's where I wouldn't call it dialogue, but Mitt Romney asked me a question and asked what I was there for.
All right, now would you be the person that was mentioned in Politico earlier today? So was there a particular message you were trying to get, and what was his reaction to your message?
Okay, well my message this evening was to get money out of politics.
All right. And what was his reaction to that message?
I was a little bit disappointed. I was able to tell him what my message was and why I was there, but then he sort of went on a tirade about Obama. I was trying to yell. I'm glad to hear that some reporters were able to hear me. I do not support President Obama. As far as I know, I cannot speak for the occupation movement, but as far as I'm aware of, there is no endorsement of any candidate at this time, and most of the members of Occupy that I am acquainted with, that I work with in working groups, are not supporting President Obama. So I was very concerned that Mr. Romney seemed to, I believe he heard what I was saying, but he talked over me and did not want that message out.
All right, if there was one message that the Occupy movement, and in full disclosure, I'm a conservative Republican. I've endorsed Rick Santorum 7 weeks ago when nobody else was bothering with him.
No problem.
If there was one message that the Occupy movement would like to get out during the primaries, what would that message be, or was that the message to get money out of politics in general?
Well, it's a growing movement. We're brand new. We've been, September 17th, we're a brand new movement. I can't speak for the entire movement. It's a growing process.
As yourself.
I can speak as myself. One of my strongest concerns is corporate money in politics. It's silencing the voice of America. We are the voters. The government is supposed to work for us, not in opposition of us. And we have lost that.
Now, I've always been I don't care who donates as long as they're full disclosure. When it comes down to it, in the 21st century, we've got the internet, we've got so many different ways of communication. What is the best method that the Occupy movement figures that or as you, as a member of the Occupy movement, would like to see the movement use to get the message out? Is it the direct action like you did with Governor Romney? Is it more web videos? Is it more just, politicking? Or are you thinking of running your own candidates eventually? What would you like to see?
Right now, again, it's a growing movement. It's new. It's going to take time. The Republican Party, the Democratic Party have been around a hell of a lot longer than we have. We need time. Personally, I see it as candidates can learn from hearing our message, listening to what we're saying. It's very clear if you listen. So what I would like is for them to listen to our message. If they agree with our message, they can endorse our message. I do not believe we should be endorsing candidates. Again, I'm speaking for myself only, but I have been working with Occupy since October 1st. So I have been working, as I said, with many working groups. I've been actively involved, and I feel like that from the people I have met in the movement have a similar perspective as me.
And last question, have you been working with the Occupy movement in New Hampshire or in a different state?
Okay, I work with Occupy Wall Street.
So you're from the base movement, actually?
Yes.
So to speak.
But just for a little bit of background, I have, we're from many different parties. I happen to have been a Democrat. I went up here for the first time in 1988 to support Senator Paul Simon.
I remember Paul Simon, nice fellow.
I understand,
was just curious because there's so many Occupy people.
Big
And yeah.
focus. So that's why we're here. But there's a great movement in New Hampshire. There's a great movement in Massachusetts. We all come together. We're going to help each other, learn from each other, and grow together and become a much bigger movement.
Well, let me clarify my question.
Sure.
I'm not questioning that, oh, you're from someplace else, because
Sure.
you have a lot of candidates bring their staff to someplace else.
Sure.
And if you're trying to get seen in the primaries, this is where the primary is. So naturally, you're going to come to New Hampshire.
Yep.
It doesn't make your message any less legitimate.
Thank you. Yes, global focus, and that's why we're here.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.